Coming up on the Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show, sponsored by Sportsman's Warehouse. We head to Pickwick Lake for the very first Minn Kota Humminbird Owners Tournament. On the water, an hourly weigh-in coverage of this year's first event, plus Strike King gear reviews, Sportsman's Warehouse product spotlight, Costa Conservation Corner, Ranger Under the Lid, and much, much more. Stay tuned. The Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show begins right now. Hey everyone, welcome to kickoff for the 2023 Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show season. We're here with you at Blythe Landing on beautiful Lake Norman. This past June, Minn Kota Humminbird held their very first Owners Tournament. This inaugural event brought out over 800 anglers from all over the U.S. Adopting the big bass hourly weigh-in format, anglers competed for the biggest bass each hour. And there were plenty of prizes and cash to be awarded. Vance McCullough and I were on hand for the three-day event. Here's my interview with Brad Henry. Hey everyone, welcome to the first annual Minn Kota Humminbird Owners Tournament here on Pickwick Lake in Alabama and Tennessee. We got Brad Henry with us from Minn Kota Humminbird. Brad, 817 anglers for tomorrow and Sunday. Outstanding.
Very outstanding. Blows us away. Like we were hoping we'd have a good turnout. You know, it's our very first event. We're very excited about it, but this has blown away all of our expectations. And the anglers have been great, and they're all showing up. They're all excited. We're really happy about the turnout.
Well, the turnout here today, folks, at the registration, I think all 817 showed up.
I think so too. They are all packed in this building right now.
Yeah.
And all getting some free food and great raffles. But yeah, I think they all showed up.
So obviously the attraction for this tournament is $50,000 cash for first place, and then you've got some incredible prizes for second, third, fourth, fifth. I mean, it's $150,000 in prizes.
Absolutely, $150,000 in prizes, $50,000 for the top prize, and then we have some great products we were raffling away, but paying out the top 10 spots with different prizes and opportunities there. But we just got done with a lot of raffles, gave away some products and some other sunglasses and whatnot, and yeah, there's a lot to be got here this week.
Well, and I tell you, the diversity and age of people fishing this tournament, I watched as people came in today. We've got father-son teams, we have husband-wife teams, we have grandfather-son team. I mean, we've got it all, and they're going to be ready to go tomorrow morning. I think first launch is 5:15 a.m. tomorrow.
5:15 a.m. for sure. As everyone gets a text message, they get to start fishing right at 5:15. It really is appealing to everyone, so that you do have a very broad range of individuals here and partners here.
It's have fun time, right? Absolutely. And if you catch a big one, you know you're in the hunt.
Absolutely, and that's really the great thing. Every hour, everything resets. You have 100% opportunity to get another fish and to take home a check. And so it's a really great format, and a lot of people are going to go home happy.
Well, we can't wait. We're going to be on the weigh-in site tomorrow and Sunday, as well as on the water, checking out what these guys are throwing, what they're catching. Brad, congratulations on a tremendous start to the first ever Minn Kota Humminbird Owners Tournament.
Thank you very much. We're excited, and hopefully if you're not here this year, we'll be back next year.
Our guest guide was Bill Wilcox that provided a few tutorials while out on the water.
Well, Bill, we got a couple guys fishing here. What kind of structure are they fishing? What are we seeing here on the units?
They'll see right here between us and them, when they were throwing it a while ago, you can see all them rocks right there. And see, this is set at 15 foot in it, 15, 30, 45, 60, and right out there, halfway between us and them, you can see them rocks right there. Let me turn my Mega Live over there. But I got my Mega Live only set at 60 feet. And you can see that stuff right there on the bottom. That's what they're fishing right there. I don't see any fish on them right now, but a lot of times you've got something right on the bottom. You can't see it because they're hooked right up tight to it. That's some great structure right there. They're fishing those rocks, specific spot on this big ledge.
More from Pickwick Lake and the Humminbird Minn Kota Owners Tournament after the break.
This portion of the Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show, sponsored by Sportsman's Warehouse, is brought to you by Ranger Boats, featuring the new R-Series, innovation driven by legacy, by Strike King Lubes. Go ahead, tie one on. And by Humminbird Minn Kota. Make every cast count.
Hi, Brian Thrift here, and for this week's Ranger Under the Lid, I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks I do to help organize tackle in my Ranger Z520R. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this center box. One thing I love about the R boat is they made it a lot deeper than it was in the previous Ranger models. So I can store a lot of tackle. I just got back from an event and I've taken everything out of the boat, but I put a little bit of tackle in here so you can kind of see how I organize it. But you can see how deep this box is. I've got my 3700 size boxes in there standing up vertical, and then I've got my soft plastics and stuff like that just in gallon Ziploc bags. There's tons of room in here. You can see how much space I've got. But one thing that I do in tournament events where I'm carrying a ton of tackle to help conserve space and be able to put more stuff in this Ranger boat is I'll actually turn these 3700 size boxes up on their side like that. And that box is deep enough that you've still got plenty of room to shut the lid, but look how much space I freed up over here on this side just by turning these boxes in an upright position versus a horizontal position. So that's a little tip to help you get more tackle in your boat, because obviously as bass fishermen, we always need more tackle. I mean, you can't be out there and have something you need and not have it or be without. So little tip to be able to get more stuff in your Ranger boat and be prepared for any situation you come up to on the water.
Thanks, Brian. Let's head back to Pickwick Lake in the Humminbird Minn Kota Owners Tournament. Vance McCullough's on the water with Bill Wilcox, exploring what the anglers can find using the ever-popular side imaging.
All right, I got the side imaging on right here. You see how bright that is? That's how hard the rocks are. You see the scattered rocks there? But look out here in this 25, 30 foot of water. Where you see those shadows, that's a little ledge right there. That's the little rock outcroppings that you look for. And of course, I'm looking at the shoreline here too, real close to the bank. And you can see where the big boulders that fell in the water. See, all that right there, those are rocks down there in that deep water. And the fish like, bass like irregularities. And that's what I look for. Well, if they're shallow, you see all that scattered rock. Look at that big rock right there. And you can tell it's a rock because it makes a shadow. The signal goes down there and it makes a shadow, and that's how you can tell where those rocks are. Yeah, look at all this stuff here. I guess somebody's gonna catch some big fish right here. Look how that comes out right there. Big boulder right there. And you can tell it's rock because of how bright this return is. And if you're on a big flat and you see that real bright return, it's a hard bottom. That's what you look for in bass fishing.
And that's just right off your bow out here, isn't it?
Off the side right here, yep. Look at all them scattered rocks. That's a big rock. I'd sure concentrate on that if I was fishing.
I mean, most of them are locked on the bottom, but it is pretty amazing on that 360. You can sit there and watch a school move around. It's pretty cool. Nothing on radar right now.
Now you know when you're being rejected, huh?
Yeah,
It's got to break your heart.
Yeah.
That's about what we've been catching right there. 2 pounders.
Still got to hold him up for the camera, though.
Kind of ashamed of this one. Kind of ashamed of it.
There'll be a 3 or 4 pounder mixed in.
So
You never know.
You feel like they're mixed in like that, smaller fish and bigger fish, and you just got to sort through numbers?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
It seems like. We hadn't found any school of this big fish.
It's good to have that technology and kind of know, though. You know what I mean? You pull up now, there's a lot less guesswork.
That's right. That's right. It's come a long way, that's for sure.
Everybody raves about the live, and then you hear some people say, well, I'd rather just have the 360 or, a spot lock. Just give me spot lock. What piece of technology is most critical to your success in the way you fish?
I couldn't fish without a spot lock anymore. it's most definitely the best piece I've got.
Nice one. It's closer. Smallmouth.
Smallmouth.
Looks like. See how this little, and they're catching those fish right there. Perfect scenario right there to catch fish. Perfect structure. Little something different for them to fish right here than just going down the ledge like that. We got this little drain right there, and they're right there on the edge of that drain.
More from Pickwick Lake in the first ever Humminbird Minn Kota Owners Tournament after the break.
Today's show is brought to you by Mercury Marine, by Costa Eyewear, Rely on Lithium Batteries, and by Visit Anderson, South Carolina. We'll be right back.
Protecting our waters and natural habitat is huge with Costa, and they have a long history of supporting conservation through their many protection programs and through each pair of Costa sunglasses sold.
Hi, I'm Gene Gilliland. I'm the Conservation Director for Bass Anglers Sportsman Society, BASS. And we work with the Costa Compete and Conserve program through some other organizations that I'm part of. One of those is the Friends of Reservoirs Foundation, and the other one is the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. And they're among 5 organizations that use Costa Compete and Conserve funds to help with projects that benefit freshwater fishing.
Find out more about the Costa Compete and Conserve contingency program at costacompeteandconserve.com. Let's get back to the weigh-in stage at the Minn Kota Humminbird Owners Tournament.
She's healthier than when we caught her. She's been trying to get out on more.
Let's see what you got for us. Looks like a good fish. All right, bottom weight 343, here we go. Oh, you're in the top 10 with this one. Locked at 384, it's gonna move you into 8th place.
About 3.5 pounder, 4 pounder. There you go. She caught it.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Swim bait fish.
Oh no, swim bait. Yeah. There you go. Do you ever let him catch any fish?
No.
Or?
Not normally.
Why not?
Heavy competition. You never let the guy win.
That's right, that's right.
So we was sitting on a ledge, and we knew there'd been some big fish there. We've lost some big fish yesterday that should have got us in the money. And you know, finally today we've been sitting there dragging a drop shot and Carolina rig, just slow fishing. And we looked down and seen on our Humminbirds they were coming up, and they were about to come up to school. So I picked up a swim bait and I threw out there. And, I mean, I was coming through the school and you can just watch them follow the swim bait back, and finally it thumped it, caught a 6.5 pounder, and got it in the boat, and it didn't jump or anything crazy, and it was awesome.
All right, we're gonna bring out Isaac Duncan. I think he's gonna take around the top spot. What do you think? Oh, you got it. Oh yeah, buddy. 655 is the overall biggest bass, 492 for the hourly. Here we go. Third largest bass of the event so far, 649.
How'd you catch that fish? I caught it on a hair jig on a shallow bar, place that's been really good to me in the past. Pull it up, scanned up a few fish, and commenced to catching a couple, and happened so one of them was a 6.5 pounder.
What's going on, brother? You doing all right? Yeah. Oh, you're inside the top 10 with this one. Lockdown 315. That is going to move you into 7. I'll get a picture. Hold it back, grab that thing, hold it up.
Did you let your granddaddy catch any fish today, or you catch?
He let me catch one. He let me catch one little one.
Oh yeah, okay, I see how it goes. So he gets to catch the big ones, get on stage, and collect the big money.
Well, I think it's because he stays up front and runs the trolling motor. He gets to them first.
that what it is?
That's what it is.
Next up, Dennis Byers, 251. Here we go. We got a new leader final hour. This one's going to lock down at 470.
We'll wrap up our coverage of the first ever Humminbird Minn Kota Owners Tournament. But before the break, we wanted to highlight one of the newest grand openings of Sportsman's Warehouse. This one in Vance's neck of the woods, Jacksonville, Florida.
Folks, we're here at the grand opening of the Sportsman's Warehouse in Jacksonville. We're excited to have one here in Florida. And if you're coming down to Florida to hunt, fish this winter, the spring, whether you're doing the saltwater deal right here or you're going all the way down to Lake Okeechobee, Tim Cruson, store manager here, has got something for you. You need to make this your first stop in Florida. Rest up, stock up, get ready to go fishing.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have the largest fishing assortment in Jacksonville. You can't go anywhere else.
There you go. Hey, if you're coming down to Florida, make your first stop for hunting, fishing, camping right here at Sportsman's Warehouse, right by the Jacksonville Airport.
The Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show, sponsored by Sportsman's Warehouse, is brought to you by Toyota, born for adventure, by TH Marine, and by Trick Step. There's more to come.
One good tip on fishing a buzzbait, make sure it's the Strike King skipping buzz. But truly, I mean, you know, plastics on buzzbaits have become the rage. That's what everybody throws other than skirts. But this is designed for plastics. It's got the special keeper that holds, it's designed for skipping. But this right here, this extra wire, this holds everything in place. Even when you're fishing grass. I catch one way back in there, I drag him off. Used to, you'd have to fix your buzzbait and get it back right. And this buzzbait just stays perfect in place. You can put whatever plastic you want on it. Right now I got a scam bug on it. I throw a rage swimmer, I throw a rage bug. It's designed for plastic, designed to skip. But it's the end-all, do-all buzzbait because even in grass, like I said, if you catch one, it's gonna stay perfectly in place. Oh. That's so fun. Now that fish smoked that buzzbait. I drilled him right through the top of the mouth like you're supposed to. And watch this. Throw him back and I go right back to fishing. Usually you'd have to straighten out your buzzbait, but not with the skipping buzz. You just go right back to fishing and it still runs perfect, like it comes straight out of the pack.
Folks, I'm here with Scott Gordon, MC extraordinaire for the the inaugural Humminbird Minn Kota Owners Tournament here on Pickwick Lake. What a huge success.
Oh, I tell you, we've been looking forward to this for the last few months. We knew it was coming up. We were excited about it. But I'll tell you what really made it were the anglers. Over 800 anglers showed up to support this thing. The hospitality from Minn Kota Humminbird was completely off the charts. Couldn't ask for a better event, especially for the first year. And we're definitely looking forward to the next couple of years coming up.
Well, I know the crew sampled a little bit of that fried fish and hush puppies at the big shindig the other night, and I mean, it just got better from there. The weights we saw were consistent, a lot of good, healthy fish coming out of this lake. Good to see husbands and wives, dads and grandkids. I mean, the fellow that won this thing is a 19-year-old fisherman who's eat up with a tournament bug.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A heck of a stick. I'll tell you what, for the type of talent that was out here this weekend, you know, we expected a 7-pound fish, you know, average. Normally when we see 3 or 4 weights that are really close to the overall, we get an upset. And that's kind of what we expected coming in. But with the bluebird conditions, you know, anything can happen. But sure enough, hour 4, he came in with that giant and it's held on. And that could be life-changing for him, $50,000.
Yeah, that's definitely a good start for a guy that age. And I'm telling you what, he leveraged the technology, Humminbird and Minn Kota. So he's using the Mega Live and the Spotlight, which I think, you know, I kind of polled a lot of these anglers as they came in. I think the running favorite is everybody loves Spotlight. It's like just their favorite thing on their boat.
And it shows. It's a game changer, you know, and it paid off for him. And when you have that type of technology, you get bigger bass in the bag.
10-4. Even on a tough lake, these guys showed out and they made it look good. Minn Kota Humminbird, big reason why. Scott, thanks for having us and
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Always good to see you guys. Great weekend.
Cade Surratt was the two-day leader, catching his 7.41-pound bass, winning the $50,000 cash prize.
It's a crazy feeling. It just feels surreal knowing that I caught that one fish a day worth that much money.
You say you caught that one fish, you didn't catch any others?
I didn't get another bite.
Okay, so was that just like a little luck there, or were you being real selective about what you made a cast on, like you saw the big fish on the electronics and only fished for that fish?
Yeah, we fished a little local tournament a couple of weekends ago, and we won it, and I knew a little bit where they would be, and the first cast this morning I pulled up on that spot and I had him.
Congratulations to all the winners as we already look forward to next year's tournament, already planned for May 30th, 31st, and June 1st of 2024. Thanks for watching the Anglers Channel Bass Wrap-Up Show, sponsored by Sportsman's Warehouse. For up-to-date tournament news, events, and highlights, log on to anglerschannel.com. We'll see you next week.